Every spring I pick up a few new Chinese elms when I'm shopping for new bonsai material. These trees almost always have twisted trunks with rusty wire that's been left on for so long, that the tree's trunk has completely grown around it. I'm such a big fan of this, that I can't even go back into my old photos and find an example to show you, because apparently, I've never found one impressive enough to bother photographing. But people seem to love them. In fact, I've never really kept one long enough to get to know the species. But this past summer, I was able to root a bunch of Chinese elm cuttings. The older, more developed trees have been sold, like usual, but this year I can actually start working on some from scratch, and I am excited. Welcome to Mr. B's Bonsai Garden. Today, I'm working on 15, less than 1-year-old Chinese elm cuttings. The best time to prune is usually in the spring, but these Chinese elm cuttings are taking up too much space, and these long skinny branches aren't doing these trees any favors, as far as bonsai training goes. In the spring, I will choose some of the better looking ones, and upgrade them to better containers, and continue to refine their shape. And the uglies, well, I'll just keep working on them, until they bring me joy. Sometimes this can take a few years, but that's just how it goes. They will get there, with time. When these single branches are left to grow wild for too long, they will take all the energy from the rest of the tree. By slowing down the growth of one branch, I'm giving another branch a chance to gain vigor, and a chance for the pruned branch to become more tapered and complex. The location of the leaf or leaf node immediately below my cut will tell me the direction the branch will continue to grow in the future. Every branch that I cut, I'm thinking about the future of the tree. I want the branches to grow away from the trunk, and I usually want them to grow horizontal, unless I'm planning to use the branch as the tree's trunk in the future. In that case, I'll prune the branch above the leaf or node that is growing in the direction that I'd like the trunk to continue. But we don't have to make every decision today. And how about that container? For now, I'm just cleaning these cuttings up. I can keep pruning it back to keep it small, but it will take years to develop a nice, thick tapered trunk. I've been practicing bonsai for almost 18 years now, but I haven't spent much time with Chinese elms. I remember reading about how adaptable they can be, but since this is my first winter with some of my own, it's the first time I've looked into exactly how adaptable. According to Google, Chinese elms can be grown in hardiness zones 5 through 9. I am keeping them with my tropical trees this winter, but since I live in zone 5, according to the internet, maybe they'd also do alright spending the winter in my cold room. I try to keep this room between 32 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit through the winter. This doesn't seem right to me, but that would certainly earn this species the label of adaptable. It was too late for me to test this out this year, but I'm planning to keep one of them with my cold hardy trees next winter to see how it goes. For science. Some of today's cuttings are off to a great start, and some will need another year or more to develop. But I didn't choose these cuttings because of how they look, I chose them simply because they were taking up the most space and I don't have room to spare. But I'm also hoping, a year from now, I can post an update documenting some of these trees' progress. There are few things in bonsai I enjoy more than taking a cutting from year 1 to year 2. And from year 2 to year 3. And on and on. I love to watch them develop over the years. Well, that's about all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.